Oh, well, my name's Fox, so taking out Fox, and I've recorded a review of Dot Hack series before this, but I kind of left some things out, or not really left. I forgot about some things, and I didn't think about it until after I was done. But this is my review of the Dot Hack series. I have not finished all of the series. I've not seen all of the media because there's a lot of it, but I do know majority of it, and trying to think. I do know a majority of it. I know of a lot of things, such as there was one I want to say is because one I didn't think I did like enough. I didn't talk about enough, but one thing if you don't know what Dot Hack series is, it's a MMORPG series, and I don't mean like it's a MMORPG. It means it's a story based around an MMORPG. If you're familiar with Sword Art Online or TOME, you know what it is. It's I believe I think it's probably the first story to try that. I think it's the first story to be based around an MMORPG. I don't mean that by the sense like, oh, World of Warcraft or a fanfic. Well, I guess a fanfic about World of Warcraft would technically count, but if they did it around that, not just like in world, but basically it's about a group of people playing an MMORPG. Things basically just go wrong in each series. Because one thing I like about Dot Hack is, and I've said this multiple times, I love giant worlds. I love worlds. I love stories that are always connected in some way. And Dot Hack series actually has that, where you actually have a lot of time passing. Like you have the first game, which revolves around the character Kite, which revolves around the player / character Kite. And then you have other series going off of that, such as Signs, which is actually a prequel to that. Then you have GU, which is ahead of that, and other ones that I believe I think there's a few more in between. And then you have all the different stories that are based off of that, the different animes. And each one, basically, I believe all of them are within all the same canon. All of them are in the same universe, which I extremely like. Majority of the story is always based around a character gaining some type of quote-unquote hack that's the system. Usually it's not something they want, or it's not something that they tried to get, but they somehow accidentally get it. Where it be dot hack, what is it, infection? I forgot. I have it down there. Infection. Be dot hack infection. Focus. Dot hack infection, where you have Kite, who gains this bracelet that allows him to do a thing called data drain, which allows him. I don't know why it looks so dang fuzzy. But I don't know why it looks so fuzzy. But it allows him for data drain, which allows him to basically absorb data from monsters, and I believe, no, it doesn't do characters yet. In another series, it's able to do it on characters, but able to use data drain to drain data and then absorb different viruses or different abilities and stuff like that from other bad guys. I don't know if he absorbs different abilities, but he does absorb things from other people, of other monsters and stuff, which usually weakens the monster and then allows him to kill it a lot quicker. And you have the whole story around, like, why does he have this? What is with this one girl in white being chased by this one giant monster? And basically, why are these characters being put into comas when fighting these certain glitch monsters? Why are they being put into coma when it's a game? Which is a good question, because I'm still wondering how the heck that works. Tome, I kind of get it, because I believe that one is more VR, like, kind of, like, you move your hand, they move and stuff like that. I'm not sure how walking works. I think it's kind of Sword Art Online type thing, which Tome predates Sword Art Online, but it's like where your brain connects to the game, and you're able to move your characters and stuff like that. And that kind of made a little more sense, especially with that AI. But it's a similar story, because Tome, I believe, from a quick Google search, Kerber actually does, or has watched Dot Hack Online, and he based Tome around that. And you can see it a lot, of whether it be like the Forbidden Power being kind of like the data drain, or like Haseo's ability, because Haseo has in Dot Hack GU, a series that takes place after Kite. You have he has ability where he kind of rages out at times, and also it's pretty cool. And the thing is, a lot of the characters, even though it's all kind of supposed to be the same game, each character kind of goes through another version of the game, and also each character kind of has, like, you slowly see this world either decay or get better. And I think that's kind of cool. And you see different story arcs for the characters. Kite, it's been a while since I've played Kite, so sorry if I don't remember as much, but Kite was him making friends with everyone. Was kind of making friends with everyone, just having a good time. But he found this thing. Oh no, his story is trying to help his friend who got. Actually, wait, is Bear the one who got data drained in the beginning of Infection? Spoiler alerts, but because in Signs there's a guy with blue war paint on, which I believe he's actually in Signs, which is a prequel, which I believe he's actually in the original game, or the original technically the original game, Dot Hack Infection. But I believe that's him. And in the beginning of the series, he goes into a coma. So it would not be surprising if he actually is the same exact guy. That'd be freaking. Oh no! Right. Let me see here. He's a Blade Master. Male Blade Master. Appearance similar to Orca. He's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Orca is the guy who. Helps Kite in the beginning and gets data drained, and then he goes into a coma, and that's kind of what sets off everything. But you have Kite with trying to figure out about the comas and stuff like that, and with his friends, they're trying to figure out how this happens, how to stop it, or how to save the people. Then you have Dot Hack GU, which is kind of a redemption story. I haven't finished Dot Hack GU, but it is kind of a redemption story where you have a character, if you follow him from the anime Roots all the way to the games, where Roots tells you the backstory and then continues onward. Though I would say probably play the games first, if only so that way a lot of the revelation stuff like that are kind of, hit you more. Because Roots kind of tells you the backstory, while in the game they kind of feed you the backstory a little bit once in a while. But if you watch the anime beforehand, it's kind of like, oh crap, seeing all this and seeing why Haseo does it. Because Haseo has a similar thing with the coma, but Haseo, you kind of slowly see him go from a player who kind of has hope for the game, gets killed right off the back by some PKs, player killers, and then you slowly see him devolve or go into a dark area where basically by the end of the anime, spoilers, he kind of turns into a monster, which then leads into the video game where you continue off from him being that monster and then being data drained by Azure Kite, because Kite comes back, which... One thing that I love about the series also, what I want to say was, one, there is a giant continuity within everything, but you don't have to know about the continuity. Like, let's say you don't play Infection, don't play any of the games, but you only play Dot Hack GU. Sure, you might miss little bits, like little Easter eggs to other games, but other than that, you probably shouldn't miss much. Like, Kite reappears, spoiler alerts, in Dot Hack GU as, like, a virus character, and he uses data drain on Haseo to lower his levels, which one freaking awesome. But it's pretty cool, and like you don't really need to know about Kite, I don't think. He just says they just say this one god of the game brought back these legendary characters to protect her. I think like that's like majority of the explanation you get in the very first game of GU. That's kind of cool. Like, okay, I don't need to know, but if you play the games, okay, you get to know a little more. Not to mention, if you play the game Infection before you play GU, and you have it on the same memory card for the PS2, what was it? Kite's name will be changed to your character's name that you named him in the Infection, which I thought was a cool little thing. Which it pays to play the game, but you don't have to. But, not to mention you unlock, like, extra things, if I remember correctly. But, you have things like that. You have things that are kind of expand throughout the series, like Aura, this one girl that appears that has an infinity symbol. I think she's this one sleeping girl in Signs. I'm not sure. I haven't finished the series yet. But throughout the series, you see her, and usually I believe you see her being chased by this giant monster named Skeeth, which I believe is German for shadow or something. I forgot. But, and also, Skeeth reappears again through a lot of the series. He's like the first data glitch monster that Kite finds. That he uses data drain on Kite. I remember correctly. No, he uses it on Orca, and that's what put Orca into a coma. And Skeeth then later on becomes the guardian kind of. They're called epitaphs, but the guardian of Haseo in GU, which I kind of like that too. And also, like how Haseo, you slowly see Dark, you kind of slowly see him kind of be redeemed, kind of a redemption story, kind of with Haseo as the games progress. As I've seen through some images, I haven't played the games, which sucks. I want to find them, but they're kind of rare. Actually, I should find like an old game thing. I'm pretty sure I could find some. But you see that slowly go on. You see things like the Forbidden Hidden Valley, because in the game you have to put 3 letters together in a teleporter, then you teleport to the area. That is a cathedral. Which one? I love the freaking cathedral. It's freaking awesome. Music's awesome there, and there like so many things happen. Like it's usually some things are usually connected to that cathedral in the game. And it appears through all the versions of the world, apparently. And from things where a character dies, I believe there's a final battle there. The marking of tri-edge on the thing, and I don't know, but I kind of hope in other things, stories that take place after GU, you still see the tri-edge mark there, which tri-edge is believed to be Kite in .hack GU, but it's a cool area, and not to mention the animes, usually, from what I've seen, the animes always have, like, really nice music. One, the backgrounds are freaking awesome, at least in Signs, and, I believe Roots as well. The backgrounds are always amazing, and I believe they use the same backgrounds for the different ones, which it's not really, like, reusing, because this is still the same game, though they do change some things, they do add some new things and stuff, but it's really a cool thing seeing like these backgrounds. They're really nice backgrounds. It's really nice. The anime is really nicely animated, which like me watching things like Yu-Gi-Oh, which mind you, I love Yu-Gi-Oh, but watching Yu-Gi-Oh, watch how much animation there is in that show. Yeah, the monsters move every once in a while, but other than that, they're mostly just standing there, and the only thing that's moving is their mouth. Really, if you look at them like, oh, fudge. I was thinking like, crap. Except for like season 5, then they actually move around because they're not only just standing there dueling, but or like just going like, yeah, I played. Yeah, but whatever. It's a really good series. It's a really good series. You have all this mystery, and they don't shy away from having like some dark things or some things like one. There's these little like cow things called grunties or something. And when Signs there's a baby one that's all cute. I'm like, oh my god, it's so adorable. Which, mind you, I don't really say that a lot of the times. Like, if I look at a kitten, I want to punt it. I'm kidding. Whoa, I wouldn't punt it. Oh, that'd be mean. But some things like you're like, oh, okay, that's supposed to be cute, but But that little critter, I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute. And then like you see at one point, it's all bony and it's all goes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, save it! Oh my gosh, and it's so sad. And not to mention, it doesn't shy away from also being, and also the series is very creepy in the sense of like it doesn't give you all the pieces and stuff, especially if you play the game. If you play the game, like every once in a while, like at least Infection, I believe also in GU, every once in a while you'll get a message from Aura, which is the girl with the infinity symbol on her chest, and she'll send you messages on your message board because you play. There's 3 parts of it. There's a few parts. There's the game that you play, and then you can go out to like the web board. And then you can go to the board where it talks about the game, where people post, or where the people in the game post up things like, oh, have you seen this, this, and this? And you have your emails in the game, which help when you're talking with other characters in the game. And then you have the news thing, which talks about things, which you get little pieces like the VR system that they're just going to introduce in the first game, Infection, but then by like GU, they've already had it for years. And Signs takes place next year, 2017, if I remember correctly. But like whenever Aura sends you a message, like it'll be all just jarbled up. Every once in a while, I think you'll get like a letter or something like that. But everything else, it'll be all just jarbled up. You can't read it. You're like, what the fudge is this? And when they do like memories and stuff, like it'll usually have like a brownish tint or something over it, and then it'll sound like static as like the people are talking in the memory, and it just sounds all creepy and weird. Not to mention for the animes, or at least Signs, the previews for the next episode, it's just like a purple background with like it kind of like has like circuitry behind, and then it has like multiple freaking screens saying preview. All you hear is like the static. You just see pictures of all these things happening, and then it like ends. I'm like, okay. Well, actually, I haven't seen after that preview, but I'm just like, okay, what the fudge? I've seen it in multiple previews, but whatever. I'm just like, what the fudge? What was that? You told us everything but nothing, I think. But it's a really good series. If you like Sword Art Online, I would definitely say check it out. You have different dilemmas in some points. Like Dot Hack Online, yes, it has some dilemma. Like one, you die. Which I say makes it a little bit more, which makes Dot Hack, I say, a little bit more fantasy. I don't know if there are any hackers in that game. I haven't finished, or Sword Art Online, I haven't finished the series yet. Last time I saw it was like when it came out, before it was even dubbed. It was still subbed, and I basically read the what they were saying. I'm actually reading the signs right now because I'm watching it on Hulu, and I think that's a little easier than me going on websites right now, but. Not to mention, dubbing can kind of mess things up at some points. But, I'm trying to think. But even that, like, Sword Art Online would be a little bit more fantasy. I haven't seen the second series yet, so I want to check that out, too. But that's a little bit more fantasy where you have one life, that's it. It's not really them just playing a game. While Dot Hack they're playing this game. Yeah, it kind of seems like, well, why don't they just stop playing if they know this game's going to hurt them? Because also, the whole thing where data drain hurts people on the outside and stuff like that at some points. But they're wondering, it's mostly... And the thing is, this series isn't really action... Well, the games, of course, there's action because you play it, but the series is more the mystery. The mystery of how is Kite going to help his friends? How is, in Science, Tsukasa... How is he stuck in the game? Because he's the only one stuck in the game, and we have no idea why. And why is this one program saying that it's his mother? And also, one thing that's also kind of creepy, but also kind of cool, is when it also kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, but I think this came out before that because this came out in 2002. In Kingdom Hearts 2 and in this, in Signs, Tsukasa, the guy that's basically stuck in the game and who's the one basically affected by the glitch in this version. By the glitch in his version, which he has a guardian and he's stuck in the game. Whenever he talks to this one cat, this cat talks to him, but we never hear the cat talk. It's always just silent. And I'm just thinking, that's kind of freaking creepy. Tsukasa seems to be able to hear him, but for us, we're like, okay, what the fuck did that cat just freaking say? I just spit all over that. But yeah, it's just it's a really good series. I definitely say check it out. If you watch Tome, you got the idea. If you watch Sword Art Online, which is probably more likely, Sword Art Online is basically a newer version of Dot Hack. I definitely say check it out. Check out any of the mangas. I think there's still new mangas being printed of Dot Hack. From Roots to Legacy, where it's another kid, but this kid gets pulled into the video game, so I don't know how the fudge that one works, but okay. Signs and all that, I definitely say check it out. You have different stories, but they're still being all in the same world. You have a story about a kid like Tsukasa kind of slowly gaining trust in people and them trying to slowly become his friends, where you have Kite trying to help people from the comas of that, which I might be totally wrong on that, but I believe that is basically the basis of Kite's story, trying to help stop the comas and stuff like that, and trying to figure out what's wrong and figure out about the data, about the bracelet. And then Haseo's is about redemption, about the mystery behind his friend, about his friend Ovan, and trying to help Shino, this one girl, and everything else that's going on. And also, when he lost his powers, him trying to gain back his power and stuff like that. It's a really good series. Check it out for yourselves. I would definitely suggest GU if you could find any copies. It's apparently a very rare game, and I think I probably barely found the first game. I gotta find the second one and the third one, but it's a pretty good series. I don't think, if I remember correctly, my eye itches. If I remember correctly, GameStop doesn't sell PS2 games anymore. I don't think they do, so that sucks. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna pray if I gotta find some game shops that sell them, but actually there's a game shop down there. I should probably go check that out. But definitely check it out. Check out the series. You have it's a creepy story at some points. They make it creepy. They have the cute things. You have some fun gameplay if you play it, especially between the different games. It's pretty fun gameplay. I'm not sure, like, because you can go to these different worlds and, like, it's kind of big areas at some point. I wonder if you can ever find the edge of a map, or if it just keeps constantly being generated, or if everything is actually connected. That would be awesome. But check it out for yourselves. And also, what's cool is the game also still has a backstory to it also. It's not just, like, you have your story, yes, which is about the hacking and stuff like that, the glitches stuff, but the game itself actually has a story. The world has a story to itself, too, that you can read about on the game. And I think that's a kind of a cool thing where they still have it to where this MMO in this game is still fleshed out. And I would definitely love an actual MMO like this. And have, like, the glitch. You can even have glitch items in the game and stuff, which would be kind of cool. And you could have, like, little things that, like, pop up every once in a while, like, showing, like, okay, this is still .hack. This is, like, if you played, but this is, like, you played, but you don't know about the glitches yet, or you can't find them, and, like, you could get these glitch items and use them in different places. That would be kind of cool. But either way, thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out more videos that I've done, please link in the description below. Tell me anything you want me to review and stuff like that. This is kind of a game review, so... but either way, awesome series. You have mangas you can read about .hack. You have shows. And you have, of course, the games. But either way, thank you for watching. And a movie, I believe, at one point. I think it's a CG movie. It's about a girl who has a character that's similar to Kite, but it's female Kite. And then you also have another anime about a guy who gets... a kid who gets a Kite avatar, and then his sister gets a Black Rose avatar. Black Rose being Kite's best friend. But, yeah. Haseo's story, I definitely say check out, because it's one of my... I honestly want to go find Volume 2 of GU's just so I can play it. Because I played it and, like, leaves you at a cliffhanger, like, fuck! But either way, thank you for watching. I share more videos I've done. Please click the link description below. Please check out all my videos, and we will see you later.